So here is another little outside video just to show you guys some stuff that I recently bought. Not all this, I'm definitely not going to keep a lot of this. In fact, it's probably going to be sold or recycled. Just, I'm going to keep well, there's a few machines that I'd like to keep, including this one right here. This is a PS2 model 57SX. And there's quite a few parts as well. There's some video cards I just kind of threw in that box for a while. A couple laptops. Everything's in pretty rough shape. There's a few AT systems in here, as in like AT case style. There's one right there. You can barely see it next to the Dell, which is right there. And there's another one right there. I also got probably close to 20 hard drives that are untested. I have to test them. They're all IDE. But this is probably the best system of them all. It actually uses SCSI hard drives, so it'll be easier to get running, unlike the Model 30, Model 55, and the Model 25 that I've got, that I'll use that proprietary thing. So, this will be a neat restoration video sometime in the future. Probably actually in a few days, because I'm kind of excited to get working on this machine. It was extremely filled with dust, though. I'll have a video up. I'll just post that little section. I made a little video about it. I'll post that at the end of this video. But some CD-ROM drives, a couple cases. Some of these are just cases too. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 computers in total. Technically only like 8, because some of them are cases. This purple one right here is a case. Got some motherboards too. Some I think they're baby AT boards, 2 of them. They're like the ATX crossover boards, though, that have the ATX power connection along with the AT power connection. I also got some hard drives and a lot of parts for other machines in here. So, some screws and whatnot. So yeah, I'm going to get this stuff taken out, and I'll probably post another little bit of a video once I get everything into the basement. So, alright, I'll see you guys in a second. So instead of doing, just waiting until the end, until I got them all in the basement, I figured I might as well show you guys these 2 systems as well. These are just regular old AT type cases. These are the ones that I was talking about. There is one other one. It's that K6 right there, but that one, I don't know, that one's probably not going to be as interesting, I don't think. But these ones might be, since there's no labeling and really no way to tell what they are. I had my screwdriver out here because I've got to go ahead and dust these out anyway, blow them out with the air compressor, so might as well see what's inside of them. This one says made in China, so who knows what's going to be in this one. I have absolutely no clue. Probably a Pentium, some sort. It's got a video card, and it's not the blue type, so it doesn't have a blue VGA port. As you can see, they're all black, so I'm assuming it's probably slightly older. I'm outside, so it's probably a lot of birds out here. This one's got a neat little display in the front, though, for the speed, processor speed. I'll probably have to set that. The case looks like it's bent, too. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Well, first of all, there's a bunch of bugs in this one. Yeah, lots of bugs. But it's definitely not a... There's all the bugs right there. It's definitely not a... what the heck, 486 or anything. I think it's probably a Pentium, like I said. It is not a mix board, though, not one of those boards that's in here that has AT and ATX connectors. This is a fully AT board. It looks like it's got maybe a sound blaster in there. I can't really tell. That's kind of gross, though. These bugs are kind of bugging me. Yeah, it looks kind of like a just like a really cheap PC. but nothing too bad. I think it'll be kind of fun to get working. I might even just use the case. I might pull the motherboard. Except for I don't think the motherboard that I've got will fit in this case. But yeah, I don't know. It's decent, I guess. Move that out of the way, though. Let's take a look at the desktop case now. I think I'll just pause the video when until I get to that, until I get it popped open. So here we are. This one looks like it's been hit or dropped off of something, because if you look at the power supply right there, it's clearly bent. There could be some bugs in this one too, I don't know. I can't even pop it apart. Front panel is stuck. Place this down somewhere so it doesn't fall. That's really not working. There we are. There we go. Yeah, no bugs. That's good. Oh wow, we have a solar power supply. That's probably not true. Yeah, that was kind of a bad joke, I guess. This does have one of those crossover boards, I think. I don't know. It's socket 7 though. Let's see what it's got in there. Oh, look at that. It's got a whatever those are called. You know, I've seen them before, but I just don't have one. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I just can't think of it. 66 megahertz looks like, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be worth a shot to test out. Probably not a very high-powered CPU. Looks like somebody's got both types of RAM. Not as interesting as I thought it would be, actually. But it's still kind of cool. That'll be a decent machine to get running. I'll probably keep this machine. Why? Because it's got a different processor that I haven't really seen before. I know a lot of these other machines, or the motherboards in here, one of them's got like a Pentium 200 or 233 on it, and the other one's got a K6. So I've already got a K6, so it's not a huge deal to me. But it's got a Cirrus Logic PCI card. Haven't get a good look at that, so I don't exactly know what it is, what kind it is. It does not have a sound card, so that's going to be something we'll put in here. But it's got a single bulging cap. I don't know who makes the board. I can't tell you. It doesn't. Usually there'll be an indication. Could just be a no-name board. Something kind of cheap. But who knows? It's got a lot of little. Oh, that's for the CD. So it did have a sound card in that one time, but somebody removed it because it's got the connection here for the CD. Looks like we got another connection here for something. Maybe that's for the. Maybe this is for like a. If you had a turbo, or like this one, it's got like a megahertz display in front. I wonder if that's actually connected. Yeah, it is. Looks like. Looks like there's power going to it. So, I don't know. Yeah. Well, oh, there was a bee. That scared me. Well, we'll get those ones out, and we'll check those out too once I get them pulled out. So, let me go ahead and do that. Alright, so I got these other systems out of here. This is the Tiger system. I don't know. From what I read, maybe like Tiger Direct or something like that. I don't know anything about this machine other than it's a Tiger machine, Tiger computer. I've got, it's an AT form factor type thing. We've got, let's see what that is. I think that's like a custom built Pentium 3, and that's a gateway. That's obviously going to have a AMD Athlon in it. That right there is the Omnitech machine, and I'm thinking that is going to be a restoration project for another video, a complete board swap, because what's in there right now is actually a, what the heck, it's a Athlon board, but it's a slot 1, so that's going to go out, and instead Omnitech, which is what that is, was pretty good at putting what the system's shipped with on the back of them. Some of these machines, like this one right here, it doesn't say what it's shipped with, so you're kind of, if you're rebuilding it, there's really no way to tell. I'm assuming this is probably a Pentium though, or maybe it's an IBM chip or something like was in the other machine. But anyway, so Omnitech usually writes what they have in the back. I don't know if all companies do that. This doesn't. Either they'll have it on the back, or maybe they'll say like F on the front, kind of like the Gateway does, I guess. This one doesn't say anything, but what am I talking about? But the Omnitech, they're usually pretty good about that. And I've got these boards right here that I was telling you guys about earlier. The ATX AT boards, but they use the regular 5-pin DIN connector for the keyboard, so that will be probably put in one of those. I've actually got, I had a few of those boards at one time that are just like the ones that I just recently picked up. So if those work, I think I'll put that in there. Of course, it'll need one of those I/O shield that just has a hole for the keyboard, because I think that's what came in there. There's a little sticker that just says keyboard on it, so I think it probably just came with that. But since we've got the Tiger computer out here, let's take a look at it. See what we've got inside. Oh, why isn't that coming off? Let me set the camera down really quick. Again. Hope that doesn't fall. There we go. Oh, there goes the sound panel. Okay, so this is just what I kind of expected. It's probably a socket 7. Oh, this is really not going to work good. It's really hard to do this with your left hand. Yep, it's a socket 7. I can't get it off though. Got a PCI video card. Let's see if I can pop this off here so I can look at the pins. Oh, that's not going to work. No, that's not a good idea. Should have brought my flat blade screwdriver out here. I could have done this much better, much easier, because I don't want to destroy this board really. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to check until I get in the house. This one doesn't look like it has a hard drive. Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. Just a floppy drive. No CD drive. No hard drive. It's got a power supply and a motherboard though. And I think I mentioned I got a whole bunch of hard drives, so I shouldn't be running too low on those. It's got a S3 card in it. S3 Verge. It makes cracking noises. Yeah, this would be a neat machine to get working again too. It's got a PS2 port, so I've never had luck with those. They always break on me, or they don't work. Doesn't look like there's any bulged caps on the board though. Looks pretty good. Looks like a decent machine. This would be another one for a rainy day or an upcoming day. So, man, I'm gonna break something. So that's neat. No, not too cool though. I'm going to keep this machine or not. I've already got too many of these Pentium things. Let's see, what else do we have? We got the Pentium 3 machine right here. This might be another one of those things that I won't keep. Might keep that sound card if I don't know. It's kind of a no-name sound card. It's got a Pentium 3 though. Let's see if I can take that out. There isn't even any clips holding it in, is there? Yeah, maybe there is. I can't get it out. Doesn't have a hard drive though. Here's the video card. Or a video card for it. So yeah, these other two aren't that interesting, and I'll make videos about them. Maybe. Probably not though. Probably about the Omnitech, but I'm not going to pull it out. It's just an AMD Athlon slot 1, so it's not anything interesting. So yeah, now I'll definitely see you guys when I get these things in the basement. I just got to blow them all out first. Here's what I've pulled out so far. There's I think probably another Pentium 3 over there, that translucent blue case. But yeah, I did get some AT keyboards, Fujitsu, and a couple other types down there. This is a brand new one too. But yeah, let me get these in the basement, and I'll catch back with you guys. There goes an airplane. See you guys in a second. So here is the PS2 model 75 or 57. Let's see if I can get the top off here, so you guys can see what this thing looks like. It is bad. Look at that. Can't even see any components in this thing. Yep, a lot of dust. It is a SCSI system though, so shouldn't be too hard to get working again. It's got the hard drive in it.